As the pretenders to the crown jostle, Theresa May was today still just about standing. Promoting the Conservative Party in Bristol in front of no supporters, this has become perhaps the most lacklustre campaign in the party's history. And Labour's flirtation with the Conservative Party also ended today. A deal on Theresa May's withdrawal agreement, a deal that never looked likely, has finally been put to bed.
Divisions within the Conservative Party mean it's a government that's negotiating with no authority and no ability that I can see to actually deliver anything.
Can her deal survive? Well, ask one of her Conservative backbenchers.
Well, I don't think so. I mean, those of us in the IfG who've been holding out against it are being blamed for it not having gone through. But of course, it's about all those Labour votes that she's not going to get. And that's a very good thing too, because if she got this deal through on Labour votes, that would have been extremely bad for the Conservative Party.
And so then the focus turns to who will replace the Prime Minister. Usually leadership hopefuls like to at least appear loyal to the Prime Minister right up to the final moments. Not this time though. There are a host of MPs who are officially on manoeuvres, and they're doing so very publicly. The Brexit Party though, the party that was barely a party just a few months ago, is already having a huge influence on who Conservative MPs think should run their party.
At the moment, I don't think the Tory party has realised the enormity of the Brexit Party. The Brexit Party are good people who took David Cameron at his word that if we leave, we leave. There'll be no second referendum. There'll be no renegotiation. So the Tory party is beginning to wake up to this, and they certainly will after the European elections.
Are you going to be standing for Tory leadership then?
When Boris Johnson didn't back Theresa May's deal, and then did, there were some who thought he'd blown his chance. But Nigel Farage's Brexit Party, and more importantly, its poll rating, has concentrated Conservative minds.
The rise of the Brexit Party has really made all Tory MPs in particular fearful of what could happen, and ultimately MPs are driven by one thing, which is their own seats. And I think Boris Johnson is seen as somebody who has instant name recognition and the kind of person who has the credentials on Brexit to go up against the Brexit Party from day one.
There's growing feeling in Conservative ranks that now only an original Brexiter, someone who campaigned for Brexit in 2016, could win a leadership contest amongst members. But there are also many Conservative MPs who are vehemently opposed to any form of hard Brexit. That's given rise to speculation that candidates will team up. Could we see Bamber perhaps, or Saab, or Trove?
They are going to be playing to their fellow MPs, perhaps using runners-up, running mates as bait, saying, look, I lean this way on Brexit, but I've got a running mate who's a bit more the other way, just to try to get enough support.
Tonight, a Times poll puts Boris Johnson way out in front with the Conservative membership, 39% of whom would want him to replace Theresa May. Second is Dominic Raab with 13%. The front-runner in a leadership election usually wants a quick race. But as Theresa May's former advisor tells me, when she negotiates her departure, she may want to push for a longer leadership contest. You know Theresa May. She's not Boris Johnson's biggest fan. Is that fair?
I think that he probably wouldn't be her preferred successor. I think that's probably right.
Would that make her more likely to go for a longer option?
I'm not sure that the Prime Minister herself makes those sorts of calculations, but there might well be people around her who think that actually a lengthy process is the way for other people to emerge.
The Conservative leadership battle has yet to begin officially, but some might think that the failure to deliver Brexit on the 29th of March and the meteoric rise of the Brexit Party makes it more likely that we'll have a Prime Minister who, unlike Theresa May, isn't a late convert to the cause. I couldn't possibly comment.